Salutations, spooks, spirits, and specters, and welcome back to Shivers 2, A Harvest of Souls. Well, we might as well go back in here, because there was some stuff in here I missed. Apparently if I turn around here... What the... I don't like that. What is this? Oh, that's creepy. And apparently, there's a flamingo here. Alright, this is still written. So we look at this. It's blank. Remember that one music video that had like a blank book and they said puts fire to the flame? I think that's what this is related to. 5559547. Let me write that. I hate that. I hate that so much. 555-9547. It's important to write these phone numbers down and actually call them. Is there a phone in here? There's a phone over here. There's a phone right here. Oh yeah, we called them. That's weird. Right. 555-9547. Pick up the phone.
Look for the Bahos under the griffin.
Why am I punching my mouse? Griffin! Does everybody remember where the griffin is? Because I remember where a griffin was. Why didn't I see that before? It's so creepy. Alright, the griffin is back at my hotel room. Right over here. Which was right here. It was. Okay. So. Right. Give me just a second here. Why is my phone ringing?
That was very clever of you to find the Bahos in the drawer. I should have made your tasks more difficult.
Yeah. Is there a symbol in here that I can see? Right. There's gotta be a symbol somewhere. Wait a second. Oh, wait a second. Give me just a second. Back to the cafe. Let me check something here. There it is! I see it right there. Okay. So that's the symbol we gotta look for at, Devil's Mouth Canyon. Alright. There it is right there. Alright. Let's see if I can put it there, and I put it here. Because this whole thing wouldn't work. Yeah, this could work here. This could work here. Come here. No, that doesn't work. Could this work? Sorry, I keep messing this up. Oh, is this how it works? There we go. Alright, now we can move on, I assume. There we go. Touch the skull. And we enter. And that was... which one was it? That guy. Yay! Fantastic. Winner, winner, winner. Now we can leave. Hoorah! Alright, back to town. See, this is kind of a nice... I guess this part right here is kind of nice. They have a map and you can just jump around town in order to get stuff done. Alright. Now we can head over to... where's Aunt Pearl's house? Pearl's house is right over here. Let's go to the cafe. Pearl's house is right here. And she has the key. There we go. Hooray! Now we can look around Pearl's house. Because this is not creepy at all. Nothing over here. Alright. Go over here to the kitchen. What's in the fridge? Nothing in the fridge. What is that? Nothing up there. All these bird things is creeping me out. Is there anything at all over here? Well, this is an interesting place to keep a book. 191883. June 6. Tomorrow morning when the sky is pink or when Olivia wakes up, we leave for Cyclone, a sleepy desert town. Mid-peak sandstone cliffs awaiting trip Cyclone to call it alive. It's June 8. It's so hot I can't think. June 9. We stopped at Petroglyph Rock Pictures carved by dead Anasazi. The hot wind seared my body, my brain. It just looks like graffiti to me. June 12. We finally here in Cyclone. I feel as if we're experiencing an episode of Twilight Zone or something. This ghost town sleeps, but inside it's alive, like a hive. That's a buzz with the disappearance of one of its own, the grocer's son. Yet they fail to notice or care about the man and woman from New York. Where are they? Only their car waits for them at the Devil's Mouth. Some authorities from Flagstaff came to search the canyon for the missing couple, but they didn't stay long. We're not getting any tips at the cafe because we're out of towners and tourists are scarce. June 17th, I'm just sure someone here in Cyclone is responsible for the disappearance of the 3 people. Every time one of us asks about Devil's Mouth, we're warned to stay away because of some ancient Anasazi curse. Phil Dunlop at the market said the Navajos and Utes? I don't know how to pronounce that. Thank you. I'm gonna keep reading this until it's done, and then I'll end the video. Utes won't even go there because of the spirits of the ancient ones still live there. I think the townspeople are just covering up some horrible secret. They're telling us to stay out, and at the same time, the mayor is trying to get mining companies to come and lay waste to Devil's Mouth. Go figure. I feel as if it's up to us to find the missing people or their bodies. We know it's a long shot, but if we put the clues that lead to the perpetrator, I just knew someday I would get to use that word, in a rock video, then maybe we can get some attention from the media and it will be played on Rock TV. June 21st. Last night there was an armed robbery at Safari Savings. Everyone here blames it on a transient, but I wonder if it's somehow connected to the missing people. June 23rd. Life is good. Who would have ever guessed that we would find a benefactor here in Cyclone? We were about ready to get out of Cyclone because of the job situation. Woo! Sorry about the yawn. When we ran into this guy wearing a Kachina mask. We intended to ask him all sorts of questions, but when we mentioned that we were a rock band, he got very intense, wanted to hear us right then and there. Fortunately, we had a copy of that old videotape. Turns out he loved our stuff, said he'd like to produce our rock video. He'll even hire an expert from LA or something. Oh, we're not to mention who is helping us. Seems he's afraid of the others in Cyclone, aren't we all? July 1st, Dark Cloud, who are you really? What is the secret you hide? Why do you help us? What is the pain inside? Are we too trusting or pawns in a greater game? This song is just too corny. By the way, where did you get the money to buy all the equipment you ordered? He got a lot of money, huh? To buy a lot of equipment, huh? And not too long ago, there was a bank robbery, huh? July 3rd. Things are moving fast. Dark Cloud rented an old dance hall for us to practice in and record. The door has this strange lock, but Lyle, as usual, figured out the combination so we can sneak in late at night to practice. Pearl will be glad to get us out of her basement. Cyclonians have been complaining. I guess they hear us through the mine tunnels. He prays to the Great Spirit. July 8th. He prays to the Great Spirit for a way to tell the world of the ways of the Indian. Only he's not a real Indian, so this song is stupid. I want to write a song about Dark Cloud, but it's not coming. I wish we knew who he was. That mask is so creepy. I find myself staring at everyone in town to see who he could be, see if I recognize his voice. The video technician came today. His name is Stuart, and he's younger than I thought he would be. Olivia thinks he's buff, so of course Lyle and Mike feel threatened. Dark Cloud, Philip Dunlop, Charles Spencer, Tad Matthew, Keith Hickson, too old, Ivan, too old, George Belair's, Andrew Washington, Richard Talbot, too dumb, Max Wharton, Bert Thompson, Stuart Warinsky. July 9th. We went into Devil's Mouth today. Mike thought he saw the paintings on the rocks start to move, but I think it was just his imagination. July 10th. People in Cyclone are pumped. After trying to get cable TV into the town for years, everyone will get satellites. Some sales guy came in and made everyone an offer they couldn't refuse. 6 months free service and a free TV. Unfortunately, they won't have rock TVs, but we're too busy to watch. Making a music video is major work. July 12th. The library was open, so we went and looked up Kachinas. This library is fairly big, but some guy named Max Wharton has checked out every book there. We found enough information, information about Kachinas to know that Dark Cloud may not be playing with a full deck. The A there without a dash and then the bout. Yeah, that threw me off there. The Indians consider Kachina masks to be sacred. Some masks are fed and taken care of as if they were actual Kachina spirits. I guess there are other masks that are just pretend masks. Which kind is Dark Cloud wearing? July 13th. Ivan Spencer disappeared today. He's this old man who sits in his barbershop all day spying on us. Mike stopped into the police station and overheard Bert, this poor drunk guy in the cell, saying that Ivan was a petroglyph just like Jason. He also said something about Dark Cloud. Dark Cloud said everyone hated him in this town. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. July 14th. William disappeared. He's the preacher's son. According to Richard, the guy who works at the gas station, the two of them were camping up in Devil's Mouth. Doesn't sound like a fun to me. When Richard woke up, all there was left of William was his empty sleeping bag. Lyle thinks he ran away to escape his dad's tyranny. July 16. Mike says he saw one of our new videos on TV. Yeah, right. I think Mike is just working too hard. Mike's Aunt Pearl is acting really bizarre about the TV, though. It's in a prominent spot in the cafe, and she leaves it on all day. We used to hear all sorts of juicy gossip at the cafe. Now all anyone does is watch TV. We worked so hard today, July 18th. We worked so hard today that my throat's sore. When we came back to the cafe, the TV had been left on, and there it was, one of our videos. Something was, I don't know. It had the right words with Mike's voice singing, but for some reason, watching it made us want to go into Devil's Mouth. Olivia started crying when the song was over, probably because there were images in there that she hadn't planned. I think we were just tired, and the video wasn't quite what we had expected. July 19th. We drew straws to see who would confront Dark Cloud about the video. I lost, but Mike said he'd do it. He wants to see Dark Cloud's face when he explains it. Mike doesn't trust him at all. July 20. Mike was kind of rude when he confronted Dark Cloud. You know how Mike can be. But Dark Cloud was cool. He said that he was so pleased with the outcome of the video that he submitted it to a cable TV station. He didn't really expect them to air it, but since they did, he hoped we were happy. Mike didn't buy it. Mike says from now on, one of us is following Dark Cloud every chance we get. July 23rd. Today we saw another one of our videos on TV. Right in the middle of it, I started walking out the door. Only, I'm not sure where I was going. Dave had to pull me back. Cyclone full of zombies. I see no evil. Is our music filling their minds? I hear no evil. Are we the ones who are bewitched? I speak no evil. As dark clouds roll and cover the light, who would have guessed our world would become to this? August 1st. Dave followed Dark Cloud into the ruins after we finished filming today. There's this secret room back there. Dave hid behind a wall and watched while Dark Cloud chanted some Indian words into this hole in the ground. All of a sudden, this spirit thing came up out of the hole. This spirit told Dark Cloud that our music was insulting. As if! Then Dark Cloud said he was just using the music to bring his enemies into the canyon so he could use some kind of power on them. We don't know what power he has, but I'm sure it's the answer to the disappearances. I think we might be in big trouble. August 2nd. We had a pretty hard time acting normal around Dark Cloud today. Olivia said she wanted to go home, but Mike says we should hang around and find out what kind of power Dark Cloud has. Meanwhile, everyone in Cyclone watches TV. No one in town goes into Flagstaff for supplies anymore, so supplies are running low. Pearl hadn't had meat for a few days when all of a sudden Phil Dunlop called saying he had fresh meat at the market. Well, Richard works for Phil at the gas station, and he said Phil never leaves town. Richard also mentioned his dog was missing. I'll stick with tuna. When we go up into the mouth again to do pickups, Dave is going to follow Dark Cloud back into town. This time with a 24-5-29, 22-9-7-19, 22, 8-9-22. My brilliant idea! Fantastic. It took forever for Dave to come back tonight. He managed to get all the stuff on 24-5-29, even the 5-18, 5-23, 5-4-13, 13, 18, 8, 13, 5, 18, 1... no, I'm not going to read all that out loud. Dark Cloud got mad at the spirit and stormed out of the room because it wouldn't tell him where the stone thing was. All of a sudden, the spirit talked to Dave as if it knew he had been hiding there the whole time. It said stuff that Dave didn't understand. Nonsense about some kind of warrior. Olivia went out with Stuart tonight. She says she is trying to find out how much she knows about Dark Cloud. Mike and Lyle can't stand it. When Dave was in that secret room behind the August 9th, when Dave was in that secret room behind the ruins, he saw a sand painting. So he made another trip to the library. Sand paintings are believed to be able to summon the powers of the past. I think most tribes use them for healing, but Dave said the one up there was not only unfinished, but it looked very different from the ones in the books. August 10th. The mayor's wife disappeared today, but the mayor didn't seem too concerned. Mike mentioned to the mayor that we might be in danger from Dark Cloud. The mayor got furious and told us to never mention that name again. August 11th. I think living at the Psycho Motel is affecting Stuart's brain. He hasn't even noticed that there is something odd with the music videos. When he finally watched the TV, he was ticked off because Dark Cloud had changed stuff, but then he started to get this glassy look in his eyes. I tried to call out of town today, but now the long-distance phones are out of order. The only way to call out is to use the two-way radio in the police station. There are several upset people waiting to call out. Maybe I can get through tomorrow. Oh, we got a little code here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Is this related to the thing I saw at the barber pole? Last night we all agreed that it was getting too dangerous for us to stay much longer. Luckily, there are clues in most of the videos. Dave is going to the canyon this afternoon. He is going to use the numbers and see if he can get it to come back. August 14th. I can hardly write this. My hand is shaking. Dave and I went to the Kiva, but the spirit kept talking about some warrior, so we left more confused than ever. Just as we were coming out of the ruin, we saw Dark Cloud. He didn't see us because he was focusing on a side canyon. There, headed straight for the ruins, were two hikers. I wanted to call out and warn them, but about what I didn't know. Dark Cloud said something. Then all of a sudden, a huge petroglyph of a horned animal peeled off the wall and came right at the hikers. Then more came off the walls, from everywhere. The hikers kept falling down, trying to run away, but the monstrous things were everywhere, sucking their life away. All of a sudden, Dark Cloud called the petroglyphs back onto the walls. I thought the hikers were going to be safe until he pushed this huge rock down the cliff, causing an avalanche of boulders to fall down on them. I couldn't look. That might have been us. I'm never going up into Devil's Mouth again. I now know that we will never get out of Cyclone alive. We've seen it too much. What were we thinking when we thought we could catch a murderer merely by putting clues in music videos? If Dark Cloud will kill anyone who approaches the ruins, then he'll surely kill us. Dave took the pictures when Dark Cloud left. I mailed them to a friend back home. August 15th. I forgot to mention that when we got back to the van, it wouldn't start, or we would have left last night. Dave and Mike are going to get some tools from Richard at the gas station and hike back up there to see if they can get it started. August 16th. What else can go wrong? An avalanche is blocking the road out of town. Even if they do get the van started, it may be impossible to get out of here without hiking out, and it's 50 or 60 miles to the nearest town. Dave says he's driving up and over the boulders no matter what. Yeah, right. August 17th. Mike's uncle Jim disappeared today. Pearl just figured he went to Flagstaff in his truck and couldn't get back because of the avalanche. His truck is still in the garage. She never even looked. Trip Cyclone. Okay. Olivia is missing. Oh, August 18th. Olivia is missing and someone vandalized the van. I know it's Dark Cloud. I can't stand it anymore. We're leaving tonight, even if we have to take Pearl's truck. It's 4-wheel drive. Maybe it'll make it over the landslide. First, we're going to the motel and see if Stuart has seen Olivia. We need to all stick together. Okay. All right. And that is the end of that super long journal and the end of this video. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the lore dump. And until next time, ciao for now. Ciao for now.